What's going on? We're back another day. Today is Saturday, last day that we're open this week. We got tons of trade-ins right now, some pretty good stuff. We got a Switch Lite yellow. We also got a PS2 Slim in really good condition. We got a nice stack of PS2 games as well that we're currently testing in the back. So once we're done with those, I'll show you guys all of them. We got some Switch games, nothing too crazy, some just decent filler, just good stuff to fill up the shelves. We got a black DSi, regular DSi. We also did get a bunch of DS games. We got Mario Bros, Mario and Luigi. We got this Mega Man game. We got Pokemon White, Sonic, and Mario Kart. Little batches of trade-ins. It's stuff that we need, especially the PS2. So we're gonna get these processed, put into the system, put them out, and let's see how the rest of the day goes. Back today is Monday. We got tons of orders that I just packaged up. It's a mess in this room. I clean it, it gets more dirty again. It's just gonna be the cycle that it is, but I am planning on really renovating this room and making sure that we can take care of organizing like all the boxes, all the bubble wrap. I'm always running out of stuff. Like right now, I just ran out of bubble wrap. I bought a roll of like 200 feet, and this is all I have left. And I still have, I think, let me check real quick. I still got tons of packages. It's not even funny. We had like 35 going out today, and I am down to waiting shipment. I've already done like 12. We're down to 23 packages. We got 23 more orders to go. It's a lot of stuff. I still got, I think, maybe 3 here in front of me that are left over from Saturday that I put aside that I was going to do today. And then we've been selling like crazy all day yesterday, and today we've been selling too. I need to list as well. There's a lot of stuff we got to do today. I'm going to take y'all with me the whole day. I don't know if I'm going to storage unit today. Probably just going to work in here. I went to the pawn shop, I think yesterday, grabbed a bunch of stuff. So we'll go through that once I'm done in this room. But let me keep packaging. We have a bunch of clothing going out that I'll grab right now and show you. But let me just finish these up, and then we'll see on a bit. That's what I had back there. We got 22 more, I think. But like I was saying earlier, I always run out of bubble wrap, boxes, and stuff like that, poly bags. And I can never like keep track of how much I have left because it's a mess in there. Usually like poly bags, I put them in drawers. The bubble wrap, I have them stacked. But we got too much stuff in there, so I do need to reorganize it, which is the goal for this week. But we got a bunch of clothing going out. Let's take this to the back and see what's going on. So we have Cactus Jack hoodie that's sold. Cardinals embroidered t-shirt. This one's really nice. I love this style. I need to get a Vikings one like this. I'll add screenshots so you guys can see what they went for and what they look like. Got this something clown. I don't know what it's called. I have this A&M Cactus Jack collab. Travis Scott has different collabs with different schools. So he has this one, North Carolina. I think there's a UT one as well. There's different ones, but this one's A&M. This one's sold. Kevin Garnett Timberwolves jersey. I had it listed for 60 bucks, I think. Somebody offered us 30. I countered with 45. They messaged like, hey, I'm from Canada. You know, if it's expensive, whatever, to ship over here, like if you can give me a better deal. And I was like, look, let's run 35, which is $5 more than what he offered initially. That's what, 25 bucks off of what I was asking, which I'm fine with. I got it for a good price, and you know, it's a nice jersey. I love jerseys. So if I can give someone a good deal on the jersey, I'll take it any day. We got a Pelicans blank Nike jersey. We had like 3 or 4 Zions listed on our eBay. So if you guys want to send us offers on those, we'll take pretty good offers. Just, you know, make the offer. We got some Carhartt jeans going out, and then we sold this MMA Elite shirt. I think it's MMA Elite or Top. I don't know what, but so all those clothing items are going out. We have a bunch of game stuff as well, which I'll grab later. I probably won't be able to package those till either later today or tomorrow because I need to get more bubble wrap because we're out. And I ordered more already. Should hopefully be here later this week, but I need to go to Walmart. I hate buying bubble wrap locally because it's so pricey. And I actually need to find a different place to order bubble wrap like in bulk because we run through it like crazy. I love packaging the clothing because the clothing is just literally a poly bag. Maybe a box if it's like something big, but it's just real quick, real easy, no bubble wrap needed, and it's always a quick package. But yeah, let me package these up, and then let's see what else we need to do today. So we did grab a couple things. We got some Switch stuff. We got an Animal Crossing Switch. I did not pay 115 bucks for this, but it is the Animal Crossing Edition Switch. Has some stickers, which we'll take care of right now. We sold our last one without the Joy-Cons for I think 140 or 150. So with the Joy-Cons, it's gonna be really good. We have another Animal Crossing Switch, but this is just the console alone. Has white joysticks, I will probably, this one has damaged rubber, so I'll swap that out so we can have an extra set of Joy-Cons available. None of these Joy-Cons have stick drift. Those are another Switch I was gonna get, but that one did have stick drift. I don't really have time to fix those, so well, maybe I should have. It's because, you know, I'm spending 70 to 100, you know, so to invest that much, I just don't have to do that much work. Regardless, Animal Crossing Switch console only, I'll take that any day. And then we got another Switch, super clean. Everything works good. No dock for these two, but I do have extras. Well, I don't actually have an Animal Crossing dock, so I'll probably sell this console only, which I'll get some bread for. And this one, I'll just sell it as a console. It's just stuff that I want to have on our eBay rotating through, because anything video game wise sells, you know, pretty good on eBay, so I can get them in for a good price and cycle through them. We can pick up our eBay sales. And then another item that we did pick up was a PS4 Slim. I want to check the firmware on this one. I've gotten some good ones before and sold them for some bread, but this one, obviously, I need to double check it, but this one's ready to go. This one, I think we paid 50 bucks or 60 for this one with a controller, so I'll take that any day. But the last pickup from the pawn shop is inside this bag. This is a vintage, I think it's 80s or 90s Nintendo bag. I think it's 90s actually. All right, so this is the bag. Like I said, it is a Nintendo bag. You open it up. We got an NES in here. This one did come with some games, nothing too crazy. I think the best game is, where is it? Mario Bros. 3. Actually, it's inside the NES. But in the very bottom, we have some manuals, which is pretty sick. So what we're trying to figure out right now is the best way to kind of organize what we're going to list on eBay and what's going to go out on the floor. So I said before, the clothing is separated. All the eBay stuff is at the storage. Everything that's out on the floor is available here at the shop only. But with the games, I do have stuff out here that's listed on eBay. So I do have them marked, but still, you know, there's a rush, things happen, we can miss it. We can, you know, accidentally sell it and not take a picture or take it off of our eBay. So I'm trying to figure out how we can do it. I don't want to stop putting the good stuff out, and I don't want to not list the good stuff either. You know, like for example, the Mario Bros for the Wii, those sell quick. The Mario Karts for the Wii, they sell quick on eBay. And obviously I think we have 3 Mario Karts in stock here at the store, and we have 2 Mario Bros in stock here at the store. And the reason why I haven't sold those on eBay yet is because they look good out here and I want them available, because, you know, anything Mario, especially for the Wii, sells really well. We did sell a bunch of copies of those games for Christmas time, but after Christmas we haven't sold any. So I'm kind of like, should I list them already and sell them, which we'll sell them quick? But I do also want to have them available here, because I'm tired of people calling us and be like, hey, do you have this game? I'm like, oh, we don't, we just sold it. I sold it on eBay because it's still available, because it never sold here in store. So I'm trying to balance it out, because I do want to have everything available here. I want controllers, games, anything that's video game related, I want at least one available here. But I also do want to stock up the eBay. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. Obviously the NES will be available in store. We've sold them pretty quick every time at our shop. But even if it doesn't sell right away, I do want something like this available here at the store, alongside, you know, a PS2, a GameCube. I think I mentioned in the last video, earlier in this video, that we had a PS2 Slim that sold on eBay, and I only listed it because of the cosmetic damage. It wasn't in really clean condition, which I like to sell stuff here. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to figure out, the best way to choose what's gonna go on eBay, what's gonna be available here on the floor. And I don't want to have anything mixed anymore. The clothing I already took care of it, so that's not mixed, but the games still is mixed. We've had, I think, maybe one instance where we sold something in store that sold on eBay, and it wasn't that we sold it in store and forgot to take it off of eBay. We sold it on eBay, and then before we were able to grab it from the shelf, it's sold in store. So, and I'm not going to tell the customer, oh, I'm sorry, I can't sell this to you after all because we sold it on eBay. You know, it's just one of those things. So I just want to avoid that 100%, and we're going to start separating everything. But I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. So I got to figure out what we're going to leave out here on the floor and how long we're going to let things sit. For example, those Mario Bros, how long are we going to let them sit? Maybe I should leave one out on the floor, but then again, it looks nice to have 2 or 3 copies right next to each other with the red spine, as you can see right there. So we're still figuring it out. But all these items are good for eBay. So the NES will be available in store. The Switches are all going to go on eBay. I might maybe put one out here just to have one. But we do have some OLEDs that haven't sold in store. Those would easily sell on eBay. So maybe I'll put these there. But it's because they don't sell. Nobody's looking for Switch one, like the V1 Switches. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But we got a list. So I'm going to take care of that. We'll see you in a bit. Animal Crossing Switch. It's I already cleaned it up and everything, and I checked for a game, because usually when I buy a Switch or any consoles, I always check the the cartridge port to see if there's any games, and this one. And these two didn't have any games, but I guess I didn't check this one. And this one actually came with Mario Kart, which is crazy. Now pawn shops are always taking out the games, so you can never find them inside, but that made the deal even sweeter. So I am about to list some of the game stuff. I'm currently working on the Switch. As far as eBay, what I'm trying to do is really push it and make it its own like store. The idea is to build up the inventory for the eBay. So I want to consistently bring in, you know, I guess the stuff that doesn't really move in store, like the first version switches, the V1 switches, maybe the OLEDs now because they're not selling at all either. I'm thinking maybe if I get, for example, like those Mario Bros, maybe I'll make sure to have maybe 2 copies of each in stock. Anything after that will come and list it, and it'll sell right away. I think we already have 1 Mario Bros listed, and that one's actually cosmetically flawed, which is another type of item I want to be listing on eBay. Anything that has, like for example, we sold a 2DS last week that had scratches on the screen. It worked 100%, but it had tons of scratches, and that's not something I want to sell in store quality-wise, so we'll list it on eBay. So that's kind of the breakdown. So I want to build up, you know, the inventory for the eBay with the games and kind of make it its own store. But anything on the eBay though, I'm trying to push quick, trying to sell quick. Obviously I want to sell stuff quick out on the floor too here at the shop, but we also need it stocked up. I want to have inventory all the time. I want to have a nice GameCube selection, a nice PS2 selection, I want every console that there is. I want to have at least 1 or 2 in stock. Anything over that will be listing on eBay, and the eBay I want it to be flipping quick, no more than a week. If it's taking longer than 2 weeks, I'm not gonna pick that item up again, because we need stuff moving on the eBay, especially in this small room, which is gonna be our eBay room, I guess, where we store all the eBay listings that we have listed. And also, I mean, obviously we process stuff in here, but everything that's back here either needs to be tested to be put out on the floor, needs to be tested to be listed on eBay, or listed on eBay. Like, that's all I want back here. Obviously extra cables, parts, stuff like that we need as a video game store to function, to always have extra cables for consoles that come in that are missing the cables. Like, we'll have that too, extra parts. But as far as like the inventory itself, the games, consoles, everything that's back here is either going to be not tested yet or listed on eBay. If it's tested, works good, and it's not listed on eBay, it needs to be out on the floor. If it's you know, so that's kind of like the idea when it comes to the back room, what I want to do for eBay as well. Obviously we list clothing as well, so all the clothing is dealt with over there in the storage unit, and I just want to beef up the eBay with listings as far as games and clothing. And I already listed a couple of the game stuff. There's still more stuff I want to list, but it's already 4 o'clock, and what I need to do right now is actually get a drop ready for tomorrow. So I mentioned, I don't know if it was earlier in this video or last video or when it was, but we're starting to do we usually do our drops on Fridays. I'm going to start putting mine out on Tuesdays, so I have 2 restocks throughout the week. The reason why I do that is so I can filter through all of you know, the inventory as far as clothing. So right now, as I put new stuff out, I'm going to be taking stuff off to take to the storage unit to list, and that's how I'm kind of rotate it through. It's easier to do it on Tuesdays than it's supposed to Friday, because if I do it on Friday, it's only out for Friday and Saturday, and then by the time the next Tuesday comes around when we open again, it hasn't been out long enough. We haven't given everybody a chance to, you know, look at those items. So I'm doing it on Tuesday, giving it the full week, and then I'll go through all the items and see what we list. Right here, full of pieces that we picked up last week, and I got some more behind the camera. I'm gonna start pricing them, hanging them up on the rack, and I'll show you guys a few of the best pieces. Items that we got, I guess, dropping in the store. It's a lot of mids. There's nothing too crazy in here. This is all stuff, bread and butter stuff that sells in store. We don't have like a crazy vintage market down here in the area that we're in. Like, this is the preferred items that sell for some reason. Yeah, we got this Texas crew neck, vintage Packers crew neck, modern racing tee, quarter zip, Nike hoodie, UT long sleeve, Bob Marley. It's a modern tee, but Bob Marley wrap, anything with a wrapper on it sells pretty good. We got a Harley Davidson tee, vintage Sooners, Oklahoma, quarter zip, Nike hoodie, modern Death Row hoodie, Rolling Loud hoodie, Reebok crew neck, Harley, nice Harley hit. Harleys do really well for us in store. Echo thermal long sleeve. We got a Santa Cruz tee, Selena modern, but everybody down here loves Selena, so it doesn't really matter. Dragon Ball. So these kind of shirts I never pick up, but we recently added, I I don't know what to call it, but a rack full of like video game tees, anime tees, Marvel tees, that category to kind of fit the game side. And we actually put the rack in the middle of the game side, so that's kind of what we have in there. We got AC/DC. We got Hard Rock Cafe. It's a nice vintage one. We got another Harley and then a Hard Rock Cafe. And then down here is all the stuff we're going to take to the storage unit to list. We got a bunch of outerwear, some bottoms, some vintage Marlboro and Harley tees. I'll show you guys that when we get to the unit. But today is Gael's birthday. My brother, for those who don't know, he also runs the store with me in here alongside Giancarlo and my wife Ebony. But today's Gael's birthday and we're going to go eat. So I'm going to call it there. Probably see y'all tomorrow. Got a lot of work to do tomorrow, so we'll see y'all then. Peace.